Strength Warehouse presents Go Heavy or Go Home podcast. I am your host, Nate Boley. In this podcast, we talk about strength, fitness, nutrition, and all things Strength Warehouse related. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We have a very special guest. It's one of our members. He is actually the oldest guy in the gym, but don't let that surprise you. He is super strong as well. I'm going to just introduce him as Todd, and I'm going to give him the floor.
Hey, thanks, Nate. It's good to be here. Yeah, I am the oldest guy in the gym, and I invite anyone else listening to this podcast to displace me on this throne because it's lonely at the top. And at 71, you're never, ever too old to get strong, or to put yourself back in order after being broken or in need of repair.
The only time it's too late is when you're dead, right?
At that point, you've got bigger problems at that point.
Actually, I don't think you have any problems at that point, right?
Depends where you're going.
That's true. All right, Todd, so how'd you find us?
So back up a few years, I was living in Vancouver, Washington. My wife and I ran a horse boarding facility up in Vancouver, and I had my 50th anniversary high school reunion coming up, and I decided I wanted to make a lifestyle change. So I started dumping carbs wherever I could on my own and going to the gym on my own. And I did pretty good at that. I stopped drinking beer and I stopped, eating just useless carbs. And I dropped 25 pounds on my own. And I was feeling pretty good about that. But I was ready to move to the next level. That next level meant finding a personal trainer who could find me another gear to get rolling with the strength that I needed to do what I wanted to do. And so in Vancouver, Washington, I found a personal trainer. His name is Josh Lieb, and he's at a place called Precision. And with Josh Lieb, I found the value in personal training. And I trained with him for about a year. And then my wife and I sold our ranch and moved to Bend. We already had a home here, and the game plan was always to move here full time. So we moved here full time, and I was shopping around for another trainer because I believe more than ever at this age, personal training is incredibly valuable.
I agree.
So I don't care if you agree. So I shopped around for a personal trainer. I went to one place and I got a good workout there, but I just didn't feel I was getting as strong as I wanted to be for an upcoming ski season. My knees were hurting me. I was a candidate for knee replacement. And so I shopped around. Eventually, I found this place, Strength Warehouse. And that's where I met you, Nate Boley. And we sat on that butt-sprung couch you have out in the lobby there.
It's pretty comfortable. I don't care what you say. I've taken many naps on that couch.
And we yacked out there for about a half an hour, and we made I think we made a connection that you have to make when you want to find a personal trainer that's going to understand your goals and how you're going to get there, and what is important to you in your life going forward. So we did. We started out training twice a week, and at that point, we're now leading up to total knee replacement coming up in April.
Yeah, that was a big pivotal moment.
Yeah, it was a year ago.
Yeah,
a year ago, almost to the day. And so the idea, and the surgeon agreed, the stronger you get, the faster your recovery is going to go. So we put the hammer down and did a lot of lower leg strength as well as upper body strength. And here we are a year later after surgery. And I'm not sure I've really ever been as strong as this before. And that's how I got here. And I'm glad I've been here.
You know what? I really appreciate that surgeon. We have a client right now that is going into surgery in a couple weeks. And their surgeon told them to not do anything. No lower body, no exercising at all coming up to the surgery. And this is like an arm surgery. And I'm like, man, I would get a second opinion on that because I think that the healthier you are and the fitter you are and the stronger you are, the better you're going to recovery. As long as you're not injuring that keep on injuring that one spot. But I'm no doctor, so I don't actually give any medical advice here. But that's my 2 cents on it. So I really appreciate what that doctor said.
It almost seems like why wouldn't it be helpful?
That's what I thought.
And for me, it was a long road to recovery. After total knee replacement, it took a couple of weeks just for me to be able to go 1 revolution on the pedals around on the bike.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
And I remember I finally did it once, and I did it by accident. Boy, did it hurt. But there's nothing in there to break. There's nothing in there to snap or pull or pop. My surgeon and my physical therapist kept reminding me, there's a brand new knee in there. There's nothing to break.
Yeah.
The pain and discomfort I felt was all the swelling that was still there at the time, and that needed to work its way through. You
did all the right things. You did all the PT, and then after your PT, we still continued to work on the things that you were kind of lacking in that, and we still continue to do some of those things today. Yeah,
even the stuff that I did at PT, we're still doing. Here, at least once a week. We did leg presses. We did stepping up on the little box and stepping down on the little box and engaging that one leg over and over and over again. And then they finally cleared me to go back to the gym, and probably about a month after that, they cleared me to come back here for weight training. So then spent all summer, being here and being in the gym and, riding the bike and getting out and walking as much as I could. And then the goal was to get back into, fighting form for ski season. There you go. Because that's my thing.
Cool.
I worked at Bachelor for 8 years as an ambassador, and this year I was going to be ready for business when the snow flies.
And you have.
And I have.
That was my next 2 questions that you kind of already preemptively answered. But why did you join us? And the answer that I got out of that was we made the personal connection on day 1. That was kind of your reason why you decided to come here instead of go looking elsewhere.
I think, every trainer is different, and I think every trainer will bring something different to the table. It's whether it's a right fit for you,
for your goals.
For you personally, for you as a client, and whether they understand you, whether they take the time to understand what you want to do and how to get there, and how long will that take, and what is realistic, what's a realistic goal. And Nate took the time to sit down and listen and ask me a lot of questions about it, because I'm a skier and I wanted to get back, into shape for skiing post surgery. And so we worked on the things that were going to work, every different muscle from the waist down in all different, forms, whether it's leg presses or squats or deadlifts or hamstring curls, to every possible muscle we can engage, we did. And I can't tell you how valuable that was, because, when I first started skiing after surgery in December, my first day up, man, my leg was tired. Both of my legs were tired, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter how many wall squats or how many leg presses or how many squats we did here. Nothing actually replicates skiing like skiing, because it's not just using a certain set of muscles again and again and again, because it's a dynamic exercise. Yep. These muscles, all different muscles, are constantly being engaged and then disengaged, because you're balancing, you're fighting centrifugal force, you're fighting centripetal force, you're fighting your own weight and gravity. And and turning hard and turning easy, and fighting ice and then weird conditions. And so all the work we did before surgery, I'm sure, was incredibly valuable, because after surgery, I think the comeback made it that much easier. It would have taken a lot longer,
for sure,
if we hadn't done our work beforehand.
So your main goal when you first came to see us was to get back. You knew you needed surgery, right? When we first saw you.
Right.
So the first goal was get as strong as possible for surgery, so you can come back and be as fast as possible. Their second goal was post-surgery to be able to ski like a maniac. Have you achieved that goal?
I have achieved that goal, and I'm lucky enough to have some of my ambassador friends who ski with me, and a couple of guys who are not ambassadors. We push each other, and the knee. There isn't a day goes by that the knee doesn't continue to defy expectations. People always ask me, "How's the new knee doing? Are you feeling okay? Can you ski okay?" The new knee is...
And then you ski by on one leg.
Yeah, pretty.
On the new one.
Yeah, the new knee is just a marvel of technology and modern medicine. Although I started out slow in December when I was first getting underway, now by the end of the season, I'm able to ski for 3, 4, 5 hours without, saying, "Oh man, I'm toasted. I'm done. My legs are stuffed."
And you made PR, personal record elevation.
Right. So I use an app.
feet.
Right. I use an app called Ski Tracks, which measures your day. It measures how many runs you do and how long you skied, and your maximum speed, your average speed, your distance you skied. And the all-important one that skiers love to metric themselves by is vertical feet. And I think I started out, doing, I don't know, like 8,000 vertical feet on my first day, which was like 4 runs, and then I'm done. But, by the time we got into March, we were up to 26,000 vertical feet, 15 runs, 5 hours of skiing.
That's pretty awesome.
And, and I'm ready to go for more.
What was that app called?
It's called Ski Tracks.
We should definitely hit them up for some sponsorship.
Yeah, we should. It's very popular.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who use it.
Cool, man. So being with our gym for, almost 2 years, right?
Right.
Yeah. Did you find something else in the gym that you didn't expect within your journey with us? Or has it just been getting to the goals, or has there been another dynamic that you found that you reason why you come here?
Well, yeah, you bought me free coffee once.
That's true. What about fixing your Subaru?
Yeah.
What about that?
Oh yeah, my sunroof on my Subaru got smashed in, and Nate, in addition to being a great guy and a former Subaru mechanic, probably saved me $1,100.
No, so my thought was you've been to a couple of our barbecues and stuff like that and parties. You finding any community stuff that you didn't expect to find at a gym?
I think because this is a smaller gym, you get to know the people in the community much more quickly.
Yeah.
And the opportunity to develop relationships here at the gym is always there. You get to know the other trainers. You get to know some of the people you see here at the gym working out every week.
Yeah.
I kind of come in at a weird time. I come in when a lot of people aren't here, right? Because I usually come here in late morning.
Yeah.
Right. The morning workout classes are all done. The evening classes haven't started yet.
Yep.
So I don't see a whole lot of people when I'm here, but the people that I have met at our little get-togethers and stuff, I think everybody's just been great, and everybody's nice to the old guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to get a couple other old guys in here. We'll see. What keeps you motivated to stay strong and keep your health and fitness up?
Well, as I said to you, as I realized back when I started with my first trainer, nothing breeds motivation like results.
That's true.
Nothing. When you start seeing small increments of weight loss or definition in muscle tone, you see muscles that you've never seen before on your body,
or you're adding more weight to the bar.
Adding more weight to the bar may be the best metric of all.
Yeah.
Being able to, for leg strength for me, which is important as a skier, being able to ski longer without discomfort, being able to ski further or more vertical feet without saying, guys, I'm done, I'm smoked. That is a metric that you get from working out regularly with your trainer or with a class here at Strength Warehouse. If you start with this phrase, nothing breeds motivation like results, you can end with this phrase, and that is, you have no idea what you're capable of.
That's very true. Now, I know one of your classic sayings when you're in the gym is, "Bring me Thanos."
Bring me Thanos!
Bring me Thanos. And that's this motivation, okay, that means to me that I'm not pushing him hard enough. So that's the tipping point right there, where I'm like, okay, I need to start adding more weight to the bar, or bring him some more dumbbells or something like that. I know you touched on this a little bit, but what's the greatest value you found in coaching?
Things like, am I doing it right? is my form correct? You don't want to hurt anything. You don't want to pull anything by lifting something the wrong way. You don't want to work a muscle group that you're not targeting because you are cheating.
Well, we were talking about that today in our session. We were talking about the isolating the tricep and actually working out the intended muscle.
Yes.
So you can get the benefit of that. If you're just moving weight around, you are getting exercise in. But what are we trying to do and be intentful of that exercise, right?
Right. Targeting a specific muscle group for a reason, like because it's part of your goal, right? Your form is very, very important because otherwise, if you lift something incorrectly, you're going to be working a different muscle group.
Sure.
And your intended muscle group will not get the exercise that you were targeting it for.
Well, yeah, or it could just be like we were talking about the shoulder one. Like once you get past a certain degree, the traps start to take over, and the traps are a much stronger muscle than your delts, right?
Right.
So we want to make sure that we're leaving the traps out of it, so we're targeting the delts. Now, will you get some benefit if you go too high and get the delts in, or sorry, the traps in there? Yeah, you will, but you're just going to take longer to get to that same result.
So I think the benefit is good form. Chatting with your coach about nutrition, and knowing that he's been there and done that.
I mean, that's what I do for a living. I see a lot of people.
Right. And you've already been through it. Everything from knee injuries to, nutrition issues. And these are things that you can milk your coach for. And that's why I think that is part of the value, not all the value, but part of the value of having a trainer. And there's one more thing I got to say. Having a trainer, showing up here twice a week, and I'll tell you, I've got to be banging on death's door in order for me to not make my session, right?
For sure.
I think there is the accountability factor. You're going to pay a couple of bucks to milk your trainer for the wisdom and the wise counseling that he brings to the table. And that accountability, it manifests itself because, you're paying money to come here. Who wouldn't want to take advantage of that?
I don't know who.
I don't know who either. And that's why I keep coming back again and again and again. Not just because, I paid the money to come here, but because I rely on Nate's wise counsel. I rely on his experience. I rely on him to keep me focused and in the right direction to get where I'm going.
Just for the record, Todd said that I'm wise. So thank you for that.
Maybe I should have rephrased that.
Yeah, my head's now too big.
it's not too late to rephrase it.
It's in the clouds. That's funny. No, but I totally agree with you. Like we talk about this all the time with like a doctor's or a dentist appointment or something like that. Like who's just going to go to the dentist and get a random checkup unless they actually have an appointment set up by your dentist, right? Mm-hmm. Most people go for years and years and years without doing it. I hate the dentist, and so I never want to go. Same thing with your, most people that need accountability in their training, right? They're not going to just walk into the gym. Otherwise, they go to Planet Fitness and do their own thing. So they have to make the appointment. That other trainer, the trainer's sitting there waiting for you, and they're going to call you if you don't show up. And you're going to lose your dollars. So there's a multifaceted approach to the accountability factor.
Yeah.
But cool, man. Well, do you have anything else that our listeners would love to hear from you?
You're never too old to start training. You're never too far gone to think you can't come back to where you used to be, like, years ago. It's only a matter of finding the time and finding the, and making that decision. Because again, it's what I said, nothing breeds motivation like results. You will get results. You will get results, when you come here. I'm 71. I'll be 72 this summer. I've never been stronger. And that's what keeps me coming back again and again.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Good to hear. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have for you. Again, thanks for hanging out with us for this 20-minute block, and we'll catch you on the other side. Thanks for joining us on this epic journey of strength. If you liked this episode, please leave us a review and share with a friend. To stay connected, hit that subscribe button. All right, until next time, go heavy or go home.